A new Planet of the Apes film is officially now in development at 20th Century Studios with Matt Shakman, the director of Marvel's Fantastic Four First Steps, set to helm the project. The screenplay is being written by Josh Friedman, who previously penned The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and co-wrote Shakman's Fantastic Four entry. While the plot details remain strictly under wraps, the film is described as an original story that returns to the familiar setting where apes are the dominant species ruling over a primitive human population. The announcement has sparked discussion regarding the film's placement in the franchise's timeline, as initial reports suggest that it will not be a direct continuation of the 2024 film Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. However, 20th Century Studios boss Steve Asbell, who Rob knows very well, offered a cryptic response to these reports, questioning how one defines a continuation, which has led to speculation that the movie might be a spin-off or a side story within the same continuity rather than a hard reboot. Honestly, to me, it sounds more like a reboot. Anyway, Rob, Matt Shakman, director of Fantastic Four, who I also believe directed WandaVision, if I'm not mistaken. Best show Marvel's ever done. He's doing a new Planet of the Apes. What's your takeaway from this?
Well, I think the Shakman-Friedman team is a great team. You know, I'm a Josh Friedman fan. I think he's a really good writer, and I think that Matt Shakman has proved himself time and time again. And look, I think that the thing about the Planet of the Apes movies, one of the great, I think, successes in terms of advancing IP was what Fox did with their, beginning with Rise of the Planet of the Apes, when they started, you know, Dawn and then War. Those films are way better than they have any.
Yeah, I agree.
When I saw...
Better than the Tim Burton one?
Yes. I mean, I loved Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I loved the CG, you know, Andy Serkis coming in and the CG apes. I thought
he could have been nominated for best actor or best supporting actor.
I mean, what they did are incredible. And, you know, Steve Asbell, I like to call him the quiet king of franchises, because in his tenure, he does something that a lot of other studios should benefit from. The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was probably the most expensive of the sequels, because he brought back Hellraiser. He brought back, I want to say it wasn't Single White Female, but it was something else that was on Hulu. He did Alien, Predator, now Devil Wears Prada 2. But he's got a very smart way. What he does with Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, they made that movie for $30 million less than they made War for the Planet of the Apes. So what he does is he kind of caps the money they're spending. And these Planet of the Apes movies ain't cheap because of the CG in them. But so I thought Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was a really respectable entry.
I quite enjoyed. I don't think the best of the franchise, but I thought it was quite enjoyable.
Quite enjoyable. And it wasn't a direct sequel. It carried on. It's still the same timeline. So if
just further on.
Yeah, if this movie, like I dream of a new trilogy. Like, so, because now you have Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Well, let's have Empire of the Planet of the Apes.
I like that.
Yeah, and then Crusade of the Planet of the Apes, and then Fall of the Planet of the Apes. And that would kind of lead into where the original Planet of the Apes starts, kind of. But I think you could do something like that. And I think Steve's got a handle on it. He's an incredible story guy. He loves genre material. And I think, you know, while I haven't loved everything that they've done, you know, like Alien Romulus, a lot of people loved it. It seemed like an Alien's greatest hits movie, but the movie worked. And I really like Predator Badlands. And I think what Steve is doing is he's managing IP better than any executive in Hollywood today, because he's putting great filmmakers that have great ideas, and he's capping the budgets. He's making sure you're not making a franchise picture for $250 million. And if you can make a Planet of the Apes film for $30 million less than the previous Planet of the Apes film and have it do well, that is what great studio leadership is all about. And I think, you know what? Hiring Josh Friedman and Shakman to work together on this, what a great team. Awesome. I can't wait. And by the way, I love this IP. I've loved the Planet of the Apes since I was a little kid. The first Planet of the Apes movie changed my life when I was like 5. Did they have some
stinkers? Yes.
Yes.
But it's so classic.
Yeah, and I mean, if you watch the original 5 Apes movies, they're bonkers. All as they get deeper into the, you know, escape, conquest, and battle.
I mean, underneath the planet is like what?
That was Beneath. That
Beneath,
was the second
not
one.
Underneath, Beneath, yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
We now reveal ourselves to the bomb. So
I see a bunch of people in the live chat saying, well, why reboot it? By the way, we don't know that they're rebooting it. Maybe it'll be a spinoff. Maybe it'll be set another 200 years after the events of Kingdom. or it may be a reboot. And I see some people ask, well, why would you do a reboot? The last three were good. Or, you know, I saw somebody in the live chat say, why rebooting? This new one just set up a new trilogy. Well, the temptation to do a reboot is because the box office results of the movies have been this. War for the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes made like almost $500 million. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes made a Black Adam. It made under $400 million.
And that's scary for that budget.
Yeah, for the budget they had, that's not great. It's not a complete disaster, but it's not great. So their box office has been this. So that's as much motivation as you need to maybe reboot. Again, we're not saying that they are rebooting it. They may very well just may say this is the same reality. It's 50 years later or 100 years later or a continent over or something like that. We'll see. But I agree. You know what the other interesting thing about the Matt Shakman thing is? Who owns 20th Century? Disney. I think, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier this morning. I think part of this, who was mentioning this to me, that a part of this is Disney making sure they keep Matt in-house.
Oh, yeah.
Because they don't have another Fantastic Four movie to do for at least a few years. And, you know, they're going to be all tied up with the Avengers stuff. And I think they want to make sure they keep Matt right where he is and keep him very comfortable. It's like, hey, you need something to do for the next couple of years? How about a Planet of the Apes movie, buddy?
I totally agree. And they probably have a great look. People love the Planet of the Apes franchise. And I think that, again, this is a new IP. And look, even at $400 million, whatever Kingdom made, because it was made for $30 million less, these films also have great life in the aftermarket space, whether it's streaming, SVOD, physical media. I mean, people watch these movies endlessly. So they do very, very well. And this is I mean, there's an animated series. There was a live action series in the 70s. I mean, where, though, 20th Century Fox or 20th Century Studios, where is the original 5 movies in 4K? Huh?
I don't even think they're on streaming, are they?
I don't know, but
I'm
they
not
were
really
one of
sure.
they led the charge with every other video format. But, you know, when Disney bought Fox, it's like, we'll get to it later. Well,
All
it's
right,
later.
guys. It's much later now. Question is for you. What do you think about this? We've got the director of the Fantastic Four and WandaVision is going to be doing a new Planet of the Apes movie. Now, it's not really clear about whether it'll be some kind of distant spin-off further down the line in the future or more of a reboot. But whatever you guys think about it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.